Hello everybody, Titty back in another video. Alright, my friends, all around the world, we have a Shanghai Masters just around the corner who will start a couple of hours from now between Novak Djokovic versus Jannik Sinner. Novak Djokovic, who is going for his second title of the year in this 2024 season, a season where it is not has been a spectacular one, to say the least. At least like we are used to. If a player like Shapovalov would have done this kind of a season, of course it would have been great, because let's face it, going to a semi-final at the first major like Djokovic did at Australian Open, where he got beat from Sinner, and then he went to a quarterfinal at French Open, where he was forced to pull out due to knee injury, and then made it to final in Wimbledon, got crushed from Alcaraz there, and then won the Olympic gold medal early this year, one of his biggest titles of his career, and according to him, his biggest title of his career, according to him, but not according to me. And now he has made it to the final here at Shanghai Masters after dropping only one set in his matches. Now we'll face Jannik Sinner, the best tennis player in the world, or the world number one, who has won the most titles of all the players this year with 6 titles. Jannik Sinner, who is showing some tremendously consistency level by tennis fans all around the world. He is showing some unbelievable level. His consistency is just mind-boggling. He's going to the finals every single tournament that he's playing, almost. He was in the final at US Open, a final at which he won. He was in the final in... let's go back before US Open. He was in the final at Cincinnati, where he won the title at Cincinnati. Then made it to the final at US Open, where he won the title at US Open. Then made it to the final in Beijing, a match where he lost against Alcaraz, but he was very close to winning. He was 2 points away in winning that match against Alcaraz in Beijing, in that 500 class tournament. And now he's made it to the final here at Shanghai. So he has 4 consecutive finals the last 8 weeks. Jannik Sinner, he's showing some unbelievable consistency level. And to be quite honest, he has been consistent the entire year, despite in the middle of the season where he didn't make finals at French Open, where he lost in the semifinals, but he lost to the champion Alcaraz, who later on went and won the French Open title. He went and won then the title against Zverev in the final, and then Sinner lost in the quarterfinals at Wimbledon against Medvedev. And speaking about Medvedev, talking about being on decline, Sinner is owning Medvedev. Sinner is beating Medvedev. We all know that Medvedev had a tremendous, great head-to-head record against Sinner in the beginning of their rivalry. But the last 15 months or so, Sinner is completely owning Medvedev. And how the hell will Medvedev win majors? You who follow my channel, I've said that Medvedev will not win his second Grand Slam title. Some of you, not maybe particularly you guys, but some of you on the social medias were laughing at me when I did my prediction back in 2022, towards the end of the 2022. I said Medvedev will not win his second Grand Slam title. And after that, he has made it to 2 Grand Slam finals. He made it to US Open final 2023, which he lost in straight sets against Djokovic. And then he made it to a Australian Open final in 2024, which he lost in 5 sets against Sinner. So he has made it to finals after that prediction, but he has still not won his second Grand Slam title. And it's not looking like he will do that. Because you need to go through these players like Sinner and Alcaraz to win these big titles. Alcaraz lost in the quarterfinals, which was a surprise, against Mensik here at Shanghai. But both of these guys losing before the finals, both Alcaraz and Sinner, it rarely happens. It rarely happens. Just look at Sinner. For God's sakes, he's playing his 4 consecutive final in the last 8 weeks. And he has been rock solid through the year. let's see how this. I'm really curious to see this Shanghai final. And Djokovic is one match away in proving me wrong when I did a video a couple of weeks ago when I said that will Djokovic win his 100th title in this 2024 season. I said 70% he will not do it and 30% he will do it. So it is the moment of truth here. My tensions on the roll. Will Djokovic prove me wrong? I'm not sure about that prediction. Of course, I'm not right in all my predictions, far away from that, but according to me, majority of my predictions are right, at least over 50%. So I will not be surprised if Djokovic proves me wrong. So who do I believe will win this Shanghai Masters, which will start about a couple of hours from now? Look, Shanghai is one of the quickest, if not the quickest surface that we have on the ATP Tour. Yeah, it is the quickest that we have on the ATP Tour. So is it somewhere that Djokovic has chances against Sinner? It is right here, baby, where Djokovic will get extremely rewarded behind his serve, and Djokovic has a really, really good serve. That was not the case at the US Open a couple of months ago, or last month to be quite frankly, but he has improved that serve compared to what he did at the US Open, Djokovic, because at the US Open, Djokovic's serve was a disaster. That is not the case here. Like I said earlier in my video, Djokovic has lost only one set so far in the tournament, but now it is the biggest challenge for Novak. It is to come through Sinner. Sinner has defeated Djokovic the last couple of matches that they have played. The last two matches that they've played, we all know that Sinner defeated Djokovic in that Davis Cup match in the end of the 2023 season last year, where Djokovic actually had 3 consecutive match points. But in Sinner's serve, Sinner saved all those match points, and then ultimately won that match. And then we all know that Australian Open semi-final earlier this year, where Sinner defeated Djokovic in 4 sets. So last time Djokovic defeated Sinner was in a big final, was in that ATP Tour finals in Turin, where Djokovic completely gave Sinner more or less a beatdown, where Djokovic was serving unbelievable good and was dominating behind his serve and was winning so many points both behind first serve and second serve, and just Djokovic was just untouchable on serve. I believe that Djokovic needs to do that kind of a match to win this Shanghai final. Do I believe he will do that? No, I don't believe he will do it, because from the back of the court, I believe that Sinner is the better player than Djokovic at the current moment. Djokovic is the greatest baseline player of all time, according to me. Djokovic is not the best baseline player at the current time. The best baseline player of the current time is Sinner, according to me, especially on hard courts. Sinner's best surface is hard courts. That is exactly the case for Djokovic as well. But I just feel that, look, Djokovic can win this match. But I'm giving my advantage to Sinner. I have Sinner as my favorite, but I'm not as sure that Sinner will win this match that I was, for instance, that I would have been if they would face each other, say 2-3 months ago or 4 months ago. Djokovic is much better now than he was 4 or 5 months ago. Djokovic has shown much better consistency level, and Djokovic has played much better tennis after a French Open and forward, because at French Open he made it to the quarterfinal and he was forced to pull out because of knee injury. Then he made it to a Wimbledon final where he was crushed from Alcaraz. Alcaraz was a beast mode level in that final. Then Djokovic made it to a Olympic. Then Djokovic won the Olympic gold medal match against Alcaraz in the final and did his best match of the 2024 season. And then Djokovic was a disaster at the US Open, but just erased the US Open tournament from Djokovic, and now Djokovic is playing much better tennis than he did 4, 5, 6 months ago. So I'm not as sure if Djokovic will lose against Sinner like I would have been if they will face each other 4 or 5 months ago. But I will still give my advantage to Sinner. I will say 60% advantage Sinner and 40% advantage Djokovic. I will say Sinner wins this match in 3 sets. The reason to that is that Sinner is just playing so good tennis from the baseline. He's hitting the ball so hard, so clean. He has pretty good. He's playing high percent. Many people believe that Sinner is playing low percentage of tennis. No, my tennis fans all over the world. Sinner is not playing low percentage of tennis. He's playing high percentage of tennis. He's clubbing the ball in the right moments. He's not hitting the ball hard all the time. He can flat it out. He can play with net clearance. He knows when to go big. He knows when to pull the trigger. He doesn't pull the trigger all the time. It is not like Sinner's playing tennis careless there. He's finding the moment. But Djokovic can beat Sinner, like I said, if he has a serving day like he had in that Turin final 10 months ago. Then of course Djokovic will win. But if the shots goes over 5-6 rallies, then I will give advantage to Sinner. But Djokovic is in the final. He's playing some really good tennis. Like I said, he has only dropped one set. He's going for that 100th title in his career, and he knows that Sinner is the man to beat. Sinner is the best player of the 2024 season, according to me, with 6 titles and 2 Grand Slam titles, 2 Master 1000 titles, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Now Sinner is going for his 3rd Master 1000 title of the year. Djokovic is going for his 1st Master 1000 title of the year. So everything can happen, my tennis fans all over the world. I'm curious to see how this match unfolds. I have said that Djokovic will not win his 100th title in this 2024 season. Will I change my mind? Not quite. I will not quite. I will not do it. I still give my advantage to Sinner, but not with much. I will not be surprised at all if Djokovic proves me wrong. Not at all. And I actually hope that Djokovic proves me wrong, to be quite honest. It is one thing which player I believe will win, which in this case is Sinner, and it is another story which player I want to win. I would love to see Djokovic win his 100th title here in Shanghai. It will be a milestone in his career. We have only 2 players who's ever won 100 plus titles, with his, of course, Jimmy Connors, who has won 109 titles, the player who has won the most ATP titles in the history of tennis. And then we have Roger Federer, who has 103 titles, and now Djokovic can be the 3rd ever player to win 100 titles, which I believe he will do in his career. He will not finish his career with 99 titles, Novak Djokovic, but will he do that this year? That is the big question, my tennis fans all over the world. That is the $1 million question. Will he do that this year? Will he do that a couple of hours from now? I hope he does. Do I believe he will do it? No, I don't. Am I sure that he will not do it? No, I'm not either. But I don't know. I just have the feeling that Sinner is just hitting the ball clearer than Djokovic. Sinner is hitting the ball harder than Djokovic. Sinner is just can't outmaneuver Djokovic on the baseline. Novak's chance is just to outserve Sinner. That is my feeling. Let's see if I will right or I will wrong. Look what Sinner is doing to Medvedev. He's just completely crushing the guy. 6-1, 6-4. He defeated Medvedev in the quarterfinal. And what is the biggest difference with Sinner nowadays and the Sinner safe 15 18 months ago or 2 years ago? Sinner is just doing so less unforced errors than compared to that 2 years ago. So much less unforced errors. He's hitting the ball with better consistency, with more. He's hitting the ball with more. He's playing more high percentage of tennis. Yeah, I can play flat tennis as well. Yeah, I can play tennis with not so much net clearance, but he's still playing tennis with high percentage of tennis, despite in some moments where he's the ball really big. So Sinner just doing so little unforced errors compared to that from 2 years ago. Sinner is doing a thing like Djokovic did, because I will wrap this video out. When Djokovic was beating Nadal back in 2011 in so many matches, in so many finals, and when Djokovic defeated Nadal in that 2011 US Open final, and he did that for the 6th straight final in a row in that particular year, 2011, and they asked Nadal, what is the difference? Why do you have so much trouble in defeating Djokovic? Because you will defeat Djokovic a lot of times before. Does he have a better forehand than before? Does he have a better backhand than before? Does he move better than before? Nadal said, no, 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 no. He's not doing any particular thing better than before, beside one thing. He's doing so little unforced errors compared to before. Before he could do much more unforced errors, and that is not the case anymore. That is like exactly the same thing that has happened to Sinner. He's doing much less unforced errors than he did before, and that's why we are seeing a much better Jannik Sinner than we saw in the past years. All right, guys, I believe Sinner will win this match in 3 sets. If I hope though I will be wrong, because I would love to see Novak Djokovic win his 100th title here in Shanghai. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.